Hey gang, Michael here with 7X Investors Trading Group. I want to do a quick video for you to show you how, first of all, we would enter a trade, but more importantly, what to do if price turns on you. And how to find divergence. So let me quickly share my screen. And here we are. We are in the USD JPY 15-minute chart. As you should have read in the guidelines that this video is attached to, we trade on the 15-minute chart. We enter on the 5-minute chart. Okay, so let me enlarge this so you can see it a little bit better. So here we are, and as you also should have read, we do not enter a trade at the RSI level unless trade has hit the opposite RSI level first. So let's say we're coming along, it has hit the top here. Okay, so that's good. But we missed the trade. So we look back, we saw that it hit. Now we're watching, price finally gets down and it hits the bottom RSI level. It's in the paint here really well. So that looks like a really nice trade. I'm going to mark where this is. You don't have to do this. I'm just going to do it for illustration purposes. I'm going to put a line right here and right here. Okay, this shows exactly the candle that hit the RSI level on the bottom on the 15-minute chart. But before we enter the trade, we're going to look at the 5-minute chart to get a more precise entry. If we had entered on that 15-minute candle, we would not have been in the best spot, because as you can see, price came down a little bit farther. So we would have been in the red a little bit. We would have been in the negative. So we look at the 5-minute to see exactly where we are, and this is where the RSI is on that line. As you can see down here, it's kind of up here. That's not a great place to enter. So we want to wait until price gets a little bit lower, and it does. And it actually hits the bottom RSI here, hits the paint there. I'm going to move this line over because this is our actual entry spot. And as you can see, there is no drawdown. We're not going to be in the negative at all right here. The question is, do we get our 10 pips? And on this particular trade, yes, we do. It goes up all the way to the top wick right there. We're at 10.4, 10.1, so we got our 10 pips. We're done. We're done for the day. So we are done with that trade, but let's pretend that we didn't get our 10 pips. Let's pretend that price only went maybe 5 pips, and then it turned on us. Okay, I'm going to go back to the 15. So price turned on us and dropped pretty hard. We wanted to get our 10 pips, but we didn't. So price turned. Now what do? We're watching this candle. Well, if we want to get a good entry, a re-entry, we're going to look at RSI again. Now, it did not hit the bottom here. Okay? Didn't hit the bottom. So we want to wait. It did get close. It's possible you would want to enter there, but as you can tell, that wouldn't have been a great idea because it came down even farther. So let's say we waited. Price actually hits the RSI, just touches it right there again. So I'm going to put a new line, again, just for illustrative purposes. It hit our bottom RSI again. Bam, there we are. But we're going to look at the 5-minute to make sure we got a perfect entrance. Ooh, look where the RSI is. That's not a good entry point for a buy if we're going up. And as you can see, price came on down a little bit more. So we wait for RSI to get as close to the bottom as it can possibly get, and right there it is. I'm going to move that. This is our re-entry. Now, how do we know that this is a really good place to re-enter? Well, obviously we can't see any of this, so we don't know. The way we can tell is we are looking for divergence. First of all, is there divergence on the 15-minute? It sure looks like it. There's a little bit. It's kind of slight. And what I mean by divergence is the RSI from tip to tip goes up slightly. Price went down sharply. So when they go in opposite directions, that's divergence. If we look at the 5-minute, so from price to price, we have from there to there. What does the RSI look like from tip to tip? There to there. We have divergence. Okay, this looks like a really good place to get back in. So we enter again, and look what happens. Price just kept on going. And how many pips would we have gotten from that? Well, I can't see. I'm going to get that out of the way. Let's try that again. From there to here, 26 pips. So that's more than enough to cover both trades. The first one that we got in and lost some, so we gained those back and then some. So that's what we're looking for. So one more time, I'm going back to the 15-minute. We would have entered when price initially hit, which was here, hit the RSI down there. But we wanted, that's the candle we're looking at, but we go to the 5-minute to find the best spot, which was, this was where the red line was to begin with. We found it down here. Excellent entry point. Okay. We get in. Price goes up a little bit, but comes back down. I mean, technically, we did get our 10 pips there, so the game would have been over. But we're pretending that price turned on us, went the wrong direction, came back down. We wanted to find the right entry point. Again, we're back at the 15. We're watching the 15-minute. It hit there at the bottom RSI. Again, do we have divergence? Yes, we do. Opposite directions. Price going one way, RSI going the other. Bam, we get in. Again, no drawdown whatsoever right there. And then we take off. We wait to get our pips, and we got them all back. So hopefully that helped explain a little bit. I hope you all have a wonderful day. God bless.